In tonight's Our Changing City report, we turn our attention to Southeast Queens, where activists say they want to, quote, stop the gentrification of Roy Wilkins Park. Organizers claim the city's Parks Department is mismanaging the popular green space, leaving facilities in disrepair and not giving young people and nonprofits access to the park. Joining me now to talk about it is James Johnson, a community organizer who grew up playing in the park. James, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. I wish I was here for a better situation.
Yeah, I know. This park means a lot to you. It means a lot to residents in Southeast Queens. A huge turnout yesterday, 400 plus people at Black Spectrum Theater.
Yes.
What's happening with Roy Wilkins Park?
Well, listen, you know, Southern Queens Park Association have control and permits since 1976. And now they don't have control, and Parks has control of it. And, you know, the tone that we are seeing in the park is that you have to have a 7-page document if you want to use the park for anything, for a picnic, anything.
You have to fill out a 7-page document.
Yes, Southern Queens Park Association Executive Director, he has 1,800 kids. So if he wants to take the kids from inside to outside, he has to do a 7-page document just to use the outside park. And we've had access and control of this park since 1976.
You grew up in the park.
Springfield Rifles.
Yeah.
You know, and Springfield Rifles now, time is being cut short. You're seeing programs and other teams come from Masbiff using the park now. So I would like to know what Parks has to say about that.
Okay, well, let me tell you what the park, we reached out to the Parks Department, and they said the Parks Department is dedicated to working with all community groups and individuals interested in hosting events in our parks, including Roy Wilkins Park. And they also say that they have not denied a single event request submitted by Southern Queens Parks Association in 2024. Your reaction to that?
Well, before you can put a permit in, it will go to Queens. Now you put a permit, it has to go to Central Manhattan. And then when they say it's time to do a permit, they say, oh, we never saw it the day before an event. Or they might say, hey, you have to use $1 million of insurance for a car event, right? So let's stop that game, right? They have time to make the right decision, but until then, we're going to force them to make the decision. We're not going away.
What is that decision that you want to see?
We want full control of the park.
You want to stop that bureaucracy where it goes to the central and then it has to double back to.
We want full control of the park. This park was community led since 1976.
When did that change?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
2 years ago. And every nonprofit that uses that park, they fill it. There's not a nonprofit in that park right now that actually does their permit through Parks that is happy. Every nonprofit that has been in that park since 20, 40 years have seen their time decrease. And Parks have never been sensitive to, the time that they've been here in the park. Listen, some of these nonprofits are the reason why that park is still able to be there. Springfield Rifles, for example, literally dug grass, dug dirt up, big rocks to get that park to be where it is today.
And let me just jump in. So Southern Queens Parks Association is is the only black-owned
in the city.
In the city,
the only black managed park in the city.
You think that has something to do with this?
I know it does, right? We have no heat we have no heat right now. I wonder if Parks respond to that. We have no heat right now in the facility. We have missing ceilings right now. The bathroom's been broke for a year. We haven't had heat in 2 years. So tell Parks, I know they have a work order. Go find out when we put a worker in and when they're supposed to come fix that back. Now that's capital funding. They should have been putting investment into that. So let's stop the games. We want to control the permitting. Anybody, listen, you don't get no blacker than Roy Wilkins Park, all right? And Southern Queens Park Association has been controlling this thing since 1976. If you are a black person in New York City, you should be outraged that they will even try and come and take the power from us for our community to use the park.
Well, you have a lot of people on your side. Like I said, that was a packed meeting at Black Spectrum Theater yesterday.
400.
Yeah, 400 plus. So what happens now? Is there an appeal process where you can go to another agency to make your case?
Well, Jermaine Sean Smith, who's executive director, has been negotiating back and forth. Parks stopped negotiations. They said no, no, no to everything. So I'm assuming now that they saw 400 black people standing up saying they want to have that park back, they're going to start negotiations. But let me tell you right now, if they come to the table with something that's ridiculous, we're going to go to headquarters and shake this thing up.
Okay, well,
I can promise you that.
Okay, well, I appreciate you coming in and keep us posted.
Thank you
James
so much for having
Johnson,
me.
community organizer. Appreciate your time.
All right.